Good morning. We are continuing our work of solving the system of linear equations. All of you, can you put up your mics on mute? Anuksha Dixit, it is disturbing from your side. Okay. So we are continuing with Gauss-Jordan elimination. In the Gauss-Jordan elimination, we said we will first see the process of Gauss elimination and take one step further. The process of Gauss elimination was we are supposed to convert the system of linear equations into an augmented matrix with row transformations. We are supposed to get that augmented matrix in the row echelon form. Now, once it is in echelon form, we'll have to proceed further and see whether we can get it into reduced row echelon form. If I can get it into the reduced row echelon form, I will get the solution directly. So this is what was the process. If we put the augmented matrix of a linear system in reduced row echelon form, then we don't need to back substitute to solve the system. To put a matrix in reduced row echelon form, we use the following steps. Which are these steps? First, this was the row echelon form. Using the elementary row operations, your augmented matrix form, we go one step further. Now please note, we started with the first row, first column, we got 1 and all the entries below that 0. Then we concentrate on second row, second column, all the entries below that 0. Then third row, third column as 1 and all the entries below that 0. Now since there are no entries, this will be the last leading entry in the last row. Now we proceed further and from the third column, all the entries above it will make 0 and then all the entries above the leading entry in the second row also will make it 0. In the third column, we'll make these two entries 0 and after that this second row, first entry will be, first row, second column, this entry also will be making it as 0. And we wanted to see the example for this. So we wanted to solve the system of linear equations using Gauss-Jordan method. So in third example, we used Gauss elimination on the augmented matrix of this system to arrive to an equivalent matrix in row echelon form. Please note, this is the same set of equations which we have used in example 3. And using Gauss elimination, we first got it in row echelon form. After row echelon form, we have used back substitution. So now, whatever intermediate result I got it in row echelon form, it was in this fashion. We continue using elementary row operations on the last matrix in example 3 to arrive at an equivalent matrix in reduced row echelon form. So this was in row echelon form. Now my job is to get 0 in place of 4 and minus 1 in place of 4. Once I get this, then I'll move to the second last column and here I will get it as 0. So in this case, we are saying R2 minus 4 times R3 and place it back in R2. You will get 0 here and 0 here. How do I get 0 here? I will get R1 minus 2 times of R2, I will get 0. Once I have done this, you can see I got the values of Z directly. Z, Y, and X. Once I get it in this form, I can simply say X is minus 3, Y is 1, and Z is minus 2. And this is the solution which we have arrived earlier also. I want you to take note of, just let me know, did you take note of these slides? I'm asking you something. Did you take note of these slides? Okay. Just tell me from where you want to take the. This also is taken. Okay. Then start taking from here. Example 4. Finish. Take down this. Note this. Note this. So we are proceeding with inconsistent and dependent systems. We have seen earlier what do you mean by consistent and inconsistent. Just answer in the chat panel if I have a unique solution for system of linear equations, whether it is consistent or inconsistent. We have done that last time. If the system of equations have unique solution, then is it consistent or inconsistent? not able to answer, that means you have not gone through the previous slides properly. Others are looking for that screenshot because they have not written down in their notebook. If there is exactly one solution, Divya and Anushka are saying these are consistent. So will it be dependent or independent? Will it be dependent or independent? Again, only two people are answering. How about others? Please understand what is the meaning of consistency. Consistency simply says not containing any logical contradictions. That means everything is very smooth. You are not getting any problems in the way. There are no logical contradictions if you are saying it is consistent. Once you've got a unique solution, it has to be consistent. Inconsistent simply says that there are logical contradictions. Maybe you'll get 0 equal to 1, or maybe you'll get 0 equal to 0, something of that sort. So this says that if you're getting 0 equal to 0, still I will say it is consistent. But if I get something as 0 equal to 1, then I will call it as inconsistent. Dependent, independent. Just a minute. Please note down in your notebooks and remember this. No solution, inconsistent equations. Exactly one solution, consistent and independent solutions. Infinitely many solutions, consistent and dependent. Same thing, I'm going to do it with this system of linear equations. Now, if you are not answering me, I will give directly 0 to you in the internals in the interaction. The system of linear equations that we considered in the previous 4 examples had exactly one solution. But a system of linear equation may have one solution, no solution, or infinitely many solutions. When it is one solution, it is consistent because all the equations were trying to satisfy some conditions. No solution and infinitely many solutions. No solution says these are inconsistent. Maybe you will get a plus b equal to 5, a plus b equal to 10. Aman Singh, it is only you that the voice is not clear. Now it is okay. Fine. I'm sitting just below the fan. So probably that noise will also get captured. So we're saying fortunately the row echelon form of system allows us to determine which of these cases applies. So first we will see the terminology and then we'll proceed. A leading variable in a linear system is one that corresponds to a leading entry in the row echelon form of the augmented matrix of the system. Now what do I mean by this? If you see, we had this as a reduced row echelon form. The leading entry in the first row over here was corresponding to the variable which I had written there. So the variables which I had taken into first column was x, in the second column was y, in the third column was z. So it says wherever you have this 1, it becomes x, this becomes y, and this becomes z. And that is what it says. That corresponding to a leading entry in the row echelon form of the augmented matrix of the system, that becomes a leading variable. So suppose the augmented matrix of a system of linear equations has been transformed by Gaussian elimination into row echelon form. Then exactly one of these statements are true. Either I will have no solution, one solution, or infinitely many solutions. Now please note in this part, if I get the augmented matrix of this sort, what am I getting? I am getting 1, 2, 5, 7, 0, 1, 3, 4, 0, 0, 0, 1. Now if I try to write down this augmented matrix in the form of equations, so what will I get? I will get x plus 2y plus 5z equal to 7, y plus 3z equal to 4, and the last equation says 0x plus 0y plus 0z equal to 1. That means 0 equal to 1, but 0 equal to 1 is not possible. It is a contradiction. Contradiction means it is not consistent, so it is inconsistent. So if you get such kind of augmented matrix after elementary operations, or your row echelon form is in this form, then we call there is no solution and we call it as inconsistent equations. So if the row echelon form contains a row that represents equation 0 equal to c, where c is any non-zero value, the system has no solution. Please take note of this. I'll be sipping tea in between, so probably my sipping voice will also be there, because when I got Ankita's message was there, and when I tried calling her, her mobile is switched off. Maybe she's new to the department. She doesn't know that department doesn't leave any lecture free. Done? My attendance sheet says that there are 12 students, those who have not attended last lecture. Students, those who were absent in the last lecture, of system of linear equations where I have done this Gauss elimination. Please punch in. Only those students will punch in, otherwise I'll call their names. Two more to go. There were two more students, those who were absent. We do understand that you're bored up with your online lectures. And there is no other way out right now. And sitting at home, least expected is at least start attending lectures, something you'll understand. If you don't attend lectures, what are you going to understand? Okay, let's proceed with this. Now, please note, if you get such kind of rows where it says 0 equal to C, we had already said this last particular column will be my right hand side of the equations, which will be constant. First column will be first variable, second column second variable, and third column third variable. So in the last part, when I expanded, if I expand the last row, I'll get 0x plus 0y plus 0z, which is 0 equal to 1. So the last equation says 0 equal to 1, so it is inconsistent. Now look at this. This particular thing says if each variable in the row echelon form is a leading variable. So this is your leading variable for x, this is for y, and this is for z. Now if I start writing down this augmented matrix in form of equations, then I'll get it as, I'll start from the bottom, the last row. I'll get z equal to 8. Then I'll get y plus 2z equal to minus 2. I can substitute the value of z, get the value of y. And I'll get x plus 6y minus z equal to 3. Now I know the values of y and z. I'll substitute in this and get the value of x. So each variable is a leading variable. Please note, each variable here is a leading. In the diagonal, I'm getting leading variables. So we find this by using back substitution, or we take this one step further and make 0 here in place of 2 and minus 1, and make 0 here in place of 6. Then it is direct answer. X is this, y is this, and z is this. Please take note of this. When will we have one solution? When each variable is a leading variable. So we have seen the row echelon form where I get 0 equal to C, so no solution. When I get all the leading entries in each variable as 1 or the diagonal entries are 1, I'll be getting the answer for all the variables. I will get a unique solution or exactly one solution. Now note this part. What is difference between this matrix and the previous matrix? If you see, compare this with the previous matrix. In the previous matrix, my diagonal entries were 1. All diagonal entries were 1. And in this matrix, if you see, diagonal entries are 1 except at one place, the last row. That means if I have 1 in the first row, my x variable is there. If I have 1 in the second column, second row, second column, my y variable is still existing. But when I'm getting 0 equal to 0, that means I will not be able to get the values of z. 0 equal to 0 simply says that the coefficient of the leading variable z is 0. So if the variables in the row echelon form are not all leading variables, and if the system is not inconsistent, it has infinitely many solutions. Now please note what it says. Our leading variables are all 1. That means I want to first check which leading variables are there. In the x column, do I have 1? Yes, I have 1 here. So this is the leading variable for x. In the second column, do I have any leading variable? Yes, I have this leading variable 1. So this is for y. Similarly, I should go here for z. But for z, I don't have 1. So I am saying that I don't have leading variables all 1. So this is for sure that more than one solution is going to exist. One तो नहीं आने वाला है. That means I will not get a unique solution. The other two options is either there is no solution or there are infinitely many solutions. For no solution, I should get a contradiction. 0 equal to contradict, but which is not there. So that possibility is also ruled out. The last possibility remains is infinitely many solutions. Now you'll say, how do I get infinitely many solutions? Please note, if I write down these two system of linear equations in terms of x, y, and z, what will I get? I've not written that. Let us discuss it here only. I'll just put this in word format and I'll start typing there. Let me just share my entire screen. Give me 2 minutes of time. I hope now you're able to see the system of linear equations and the white screen over there. This says I am going to write down this as x plus 2y minus 3z equal to 1. x plus 2y minus 3z equal to 1. Second equation will be 0x. So I'm not writing down 0x. I'm simply now writing down y plus 5z equal to minus 2. Third equation is 0 equal to 0. So I will not be writing down that part. Now I have two equations in three variables. We know that if I have to solve system of linear equations, then in that case I should have three variables and three unknowns. I have three unknowns but two variables. So what I can do is, from this equation 2 I can write down something, and from this equation 1 I can write down something. Now what am I writing down? No, I'm writing down y is equal to minus 2 minus 5z. Using this value of y, I'm writing down x equal to 1 minus 2y plus 3z, which becomes 1 minus 2 minus 5z plus 3z. On simplification, I'm getting this as 1 plus 2 plus 5z plus 3z, which becomes 3 plus 8z. So now note y in terms of z and x in terms of z. So this particular row echelon form is going to give me these two equations. One is this and other is this. I'm just rewriting those equations for you. Y equal to minus 2 minus 5z. I'm writing down this as 3 and x equal to 3 plus 8z. I'm writing down this as 4. Now please note, I have two equations, but they are not independent. Independent means I should have got constant over here. But don't you feel y is depending on z and x is also depending on z? Respond. Can you see from these two equations, y is depending on z and x is also depending on z? Now once it depends on z, I will say you give me a value of z, I will give you a value of y and x. So if I take z equal to 1, what will be my values of y and x? Can you compute and tell me what will be value of y and x if z is 1? Y is minus 7. X is Akash Gupta, check again. Minus 7 and 11. Similarly, whatever value of z I will give you, you'll substitute in these two equations and get the value of y and x. This simply says my solution x and y depends on z. You give me value of z, I will give you value of x and y. How many values z can take? The whole number line? Do you agree that z can take any value on the number line, a real number line? So if z can take any value on the real number line, then in that case, z can take infinitely many values. If z can take infinitely many values, I will have infinitely many solutions. So we usually don't write down like this. We simply write down this as z equal to t and y equal to minus 2 minus 5t and x equal to 3 plus 8t. And what will be my solution? My solution will be x comma y comma z, which will be 3 plus 8t minus 2 minus 5t and t. And such kind of solutions are called as parametric solutions. Why parametric? Because I have a variable called t, which is my parameter. You give me a value of t, I will substitute in this particular tuple and I will give you the answer. So these are parametric solutions. Did you understand from where did I get this parameter t? It has come only because I did not have leading variable 1 over here. It was 0. This was missing. I had only 2 equations and 3 unknowns. Hence I got this. Is this point clear? Why do I say it is parametric and it has infinitely many solutions? So now if I have to understand and remember whether my system is consistent or inconsistent, do understand inconsistent means whenever your friend tells you some logic, assuming your friend says, अरे कल मैंने रिक्शा उड़ते हुए देखा, तो आप क्या कहेंगे? ए चल फालतू बात मत कर, कुछ भी लॉजिक लगा लॉजिक. What did you do? It was inconsistent. आपके लॉजिक के हिसाब से रिक्शा नहीं उड़ सकता. So there's a contradiction. इसलिए आपने बोला फालतू बात मत कर. And that simply says inconsistent. So if you feel that there are some equations which are not following your rules, that will be inconsistent. What is the rule? 0 is equal to a constant. Possible ही नहीं है. आप बोलोगे हवे में से पानी बनाएंगे, हवे में से आलू बनाएंगे, तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. From nothing you are getting something, so it is not possible. So inconsistent. Then when somebody is going to tell you, अरे मैंने रिक्शे को ना 5 व्हील्स देखे, 6 व्हील्स देखे, you'll think अच्छा इसने रिक्शा देखा कि बड़ा वाला ट्रक देखा. तो then there is some logic and then you're thinking on it. You did not say, चल फालतू बात मत कर. So you are saying it is consistent. But now have to check. If somebody you're asking, ए तूने रिक्शा देखा क्या? अच्छा अच्छा जिसको 3 व्हील्स होते हैं वो वाला क्या? अच्छा अच्छा जिसको हैंडल से चलाते हैं वो वाला. So there is some logic in it. So consistent. But now you'll have to decide. Indeed, the person has seen a 3 wheels vehicle, or they were just 3 wheels, and you know even small tricycle also has 3 wheels. So you'll have to be very sure whether they have seen tricycle or an auto rickshaw. So in that case you will have to decide whether you have a unique solution or whether you have infinitely many solutions. Today if I tell you that oh actually I had seen a gadget which had 5 wheels and I could move, can you guess what it is? Put up your guess. 5 wheels and it can move. Let me see आपकी सोच कहाँ तक जा रही है. Waiting for your answers, huh? Aniket is saying chair. See, gadget can be anything. Aman Singh, any gadget. Right now, I am simply saying कि skates भी हो सकता है, patient table भी हो सकता है. Patient table usually has four wheels, but ये भी हो सकता है. You know, I can say drone also, toy truck also. I just gave you one example where I had not defined anything else. And see, वो देखो remote aeroplane आया ना. So you are giving me so many answers for it. So it has infinitely many solutions. And it comes into this part. आपको मैंने सिर्फ I have given you only one aspect of it. If I show you a picture, then you will definitely say, oh, this is sure shot, this only. I've seen this picture somewhere and this is called as this. So this is a unique solution. But when I start describing, then in that case, there might be infinitely many solutions. I do not know whether you have heard a story of the blind men finding out about the elephant, touching the elephant and finding out what it is. And blind man has never seen an elephant. So the description of a blind man for an elephant will be different. And if a person who has seen an elephant, the person's description will be different. Anyway, I'll just stop here so that you can have 5 minutes break and then join in your next session. We'll stop here.